Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. This session we are going to start with retirement planning spreadsheet of 0203, which are monthly calculations. We have already seen spreadsheet 01 with yearly calculations. We had discussed in one of the previous sessions the spreadsheets 01, the annual calculation, and had the following assumptions: inference. Essential expenses or retirement projection prorated is 4.2 lakhs rupees at the beginning of the term. Other expenses towards children is 1.8 lakhs per annum. Savings worked out to be 1.27 lakh approximately, or 1,26,727.17 to be precise. This savings percentage worked out to be 17.44% of total earnings. Now we consider monthly figures of above with expenses figure to be 35,000 rupees per month and other expenses as 15,000 rupees per month respectively, and the rate of return is same 11% per annum but monthly compounded is, and it is 11.572% per annum yearly compounded, which is attributable to the decreased calculated savings figure. With this, we arrive at saving of 16.18% in one table and 15.28% in another table with reduced inflation percentage. Let us see the calculations in this session. The links of PDF files of these calculations as well as previous sessions YouTube videos are provided in description below in this YouTube presentation. One can download, view leisurely. As we restrict our video timings to be around 20 minutes, and as the table are too long for 60 months, 30 previous pre-retire and 25 post-retire years, the calculated I am not going to generate from blanks. We will discuss the calculated sheets. However, we will use the repeat of goal-seek feature to solve our variables. In our calculations, we will use small period inflation of, that is, we will not apply the inflation month to month basis, but we will apply the inflation effect annually rather than every month. Let us view the Google Sheet. Let us view the Google Sheet. Google Sheet monthly has been prepared. It is very similar to what we had in yearly calculations. For yearly calculation, we had age from 30 to 85. Similarly, we will have the age from here from 30 to 85. This is retirement planning monthly periodicity. Column A1 is as usual as our previous case. It is the variable field to start with the inflation. This is calculated figure 9,651. Yet we can start with some estimation. Let us take 5,000 is our estimation figure. That or investment to be calculated as a figure rounded off to two decimal places, that is same 5,000 rupees. The rounded off figure of A1, comma 2. Let's come back. Age we have got from 30 onwards, that is 30 years is the entry age. Then we have got retirement age at 60. Then end of retirement age is 60 and end of term is 85 years. Let us say at 85, this is the expected age or this is the maturity period. Now, the month calculation is from first month to 660 months. That is, at age of 30, the month is 1. At age of 31, the month becomes 13, 12 months more, and goes up to 660 months. And then comes to the expenses. The essential expenses are the retirement expenses prorated to be current of 35,000 rupees per month. And this 35,000 rupees per month is uniform throughout for the 1 year. This method is called inflation. Small period inflation is off. We don't calculate inflation every month, but at the end of the year we calculate the inflated figure, that is inflation is 6% more than the previous year figure. 35,000 becomes 37,000 rupees, 37,100 rupees. Similarly, other expenses we start with 15,000 rupees. The investment we can estimate as 5,000 and we will calculate as what is the exact figure. Rate of return is 11% and the frequency factor is 12 because 12 installments for the year, and inflation protection is 6%. We have an additional column called year on year maturity factor. It starts from the retirement age. At the end of the 60th year, it starts with maturity figure because up to 59th year end, we have generated a corpus of 2.39 crore. Now, year on year inflation is, we are now calculating it. Next month the calculation is the previous year maturity factor multiplied by 1 plus inflation divided by the factor 12, and the rest is just copied. Remember that we are not rounding off this calculation at this stage. At the end of at the end of the term, that is at the age of 85, we come across a maturity factor of 446.50%, that is 4.46 times, or the derived maturity is ₹10 crore 70,000. This is round off the corpus at the time of retirement. Corpus at the time of retirement is, as per this present estimation of 5,000 rupees, starting with 5,000 rupees investment, it works out to 2 crore 39 lakhs. But we'll find out exactly what is the total. The corpus fund generated at the time of retirement is, for this 5,000 rupees corpus, 5,000 rupees was 2.2 crore 39 lakhs, and this works out to be at the end of 60th year, first month is the previous corpus fund multiplied by 1 plus this inflation percentage divided by the factor H363, this figure, divided by the factor. And now the previous figure was this in the K field, in the K column, but for the next year it will be in the same L column itself. The previous year, previous month corpus fund multiplied by 1 plus inflation divided by the frequency factor. Now we can copy this field, and this is being copied, and this is calculated the at the end of it. Now we were going in negative, and desired maturity is thus 1,70,000, and now we are short of 24 crore in the target. Now let us fix up. Let us try to calculate. For calculation, we go to, in the Google sheet we have got extension. In other case, it is accordingly it will vary. Google in other case we have, in the Excel etc. we have to go to tools. Now goal seek, and let us open this dialog box. The target field we already set at the M64, and target value is 0, and the variable column is A1 itself. Let us solve it. It is working out. It is calculating. It's still working on. The iteration number is 55. Yes, now we are going to stop 59. 59 iteration has taken place, and we have calculated it. It shows an error just because it is not exactly matching with, the target is not matching with exactly the 0 which we have given. Therefore, it comes out, but this is the nearest value. Let us close it. See, now the desired maturity is 20 crore, 20.65 crore, and the corpus we have generated is at the time of retirement is 4 crore 63 lakhs, and we have got it. Let us see, to start with, what we have got, the variable field, that is starting investment starting investment is 9,651 rupees 33 paisa, or it is 6.18%, 6.18% of the total earnings. Now let us go to the another set of values of month 2. Here also it is exactly same, but the inflation percent varies. Let us go to the retirement age. Sorry, no, this is not retirement age. Retirement age is 60. Retirement age is 60 and the end of the term is 85. 85 is the end of term. Yes. Here we start with 6% inflation at the age of 60, and by 65, every 5 years we start varying the inflation rate. At the age of 65, the inflation is 5.75%, that is 0.25% less than this is 0.25% less than the previous third year inflation figure. Previous third year inflation figure was 6%. We started with the previous year. This is the previous third year figure, and we start with it varies. It changed to 5.75% at the time of 65 years, 5.5% at the time of 70 years, and 5.25% at the rate of 75 years, and 5% at 8 years onwards. Accordingly, the maturity factor differs, and it is calculated to be 394. In the previous case, we had 429%. Now we have got only 309%. This is maturity factor is the rounded off factor of the last maturity factor, last calculated maturity factor, rounded to 4 decimal places because we are expressing it as a percentage. 3.94 times or 394.26%. Now, the desired maturity is not 20 crore, but it will come to 17 crore only. In the previous case, it was 20 crore 66 lakhs. Now, in the current case, it is 17 lakhs only because of the 17 crore only just because of the reduced inflation rate. Okay. Then comes an organized sector. Let us take the calculation. Let us see the calculation of the organized sector. Okay. In the previous case, let us see again how to calculate the gold check. Let us go to the A1 column. Let us estimate with some figure. Let us say just 500 rupees. Then you have many arbitrary figure you can take. That is, we start with investment of 500 rupees as an estimate. Now we go to target field, target cell, that is M64 with this cell, and now let us calculate the goal seek. Goal seek, open. This is the target field. We are at the target field value is just rupees 0, and the variable field, that changing cell is A1 itself. That is the very first field. For our very convenience, we have taken it as A1, and let us now solve it. It is going to executing it. The error comes out just because the target field is not exactly 0. Therefore, we come across this. This is the nearest estimation, 9015.92. Therefore, the investment calculated is 9015.12, or it is just 15.28% of the total earnings. Now let us go to the calculation of the organized sector. In organized sector, we have got provident fund accumulations, just like PPF or NPF, etc., general provident fund, which is 12% of the basic plus DA, or plus of the employee, as well as equivalent employer contribution, and there is 2 times 12%, there is 24%, and अरे चुप चुप कुछ इधर कमी पेशेंट हुए ना पेशेंट therefore कतरा the NPS and PPF return accumulation is start with 12% plus 12%, 12% of employee as well as 12% of employer, and here we are going by the year calculation. We are not, the year approximation is sufficient, therefore we are going by yearly calculations, and the next year it is say we are, for our NPS calculations, we are having a interest rate of 8.25%. This is an approximation only. PPF, etc., is coming to 8.25%. In NPS, it may be slightly higher, but to be on safer side, we can take it as 8.25%. And the next calculation is the previous accumulation plus current year in 12% basic plus DA multiplied by 1 plus the interest rate 8.25% rounded to 2 decimal places, and we are having a corpus of 2.4 crore in the PF, which is too insufficient for our retirement calculation, retirement expenses. Therefore, we have to have an additional investment. This additional investment is now calculated, and it works out to be the total corpus fund, that is from our investment as well as the PPF, both worked out to be 4.82 crore. And increases, and next year this calculation is F32 plus J32, that is this column plus this column, that is the maturity, the amount corpus fund we generated from our PF earnings, PF savings plus our savings, additional savings, both works out to be 4.82 crore. And at the end of 60th year, that is 1 year after the retirement, the value is rounded off. The previous figure, that is the PPF generated corpus plus our investment generated corpus multiplied by 1 plus a return factor of 11% interest divided by factor 1 minus the expenses for the year, that is versus for the first year, that comes to, this works out to 5.14 crore. And the copy this cell to copy this cell to the down below, we have the retirement corpus, the maturity amount comes to 20 crore. The maturity amount calculation is, maturity factor we come across, maturity factor is 1 plus inflation percentage multiplied by the end year 85 years minus a retirement year 60, which is 25 years. 1 plus inflation percentage raised to the power of 25 works out to 429.19. This is the maturity factor. And at the on death of the annuitant, the desired maturity is 20 crore 70 lakhs or 20 crore 71 lakhs approximately. And the target field is, we have calculated, and there is the nearest amount, 8.73. Let us re-estimate this calculation. Let us go to the estimated field. This is the variation field. Let us start with some arbitrary figure of, let us say, 500 rupees investment. Our target field is here. This target field, now it is 21 crore less. We'll make it to, we'll find out, make it to 0, and this, let us solve it. The target field is the M664, which, and we are making to 0 value, and changing cell is A1 itself. Let us solve it. We come across the various number of iterations are going on. It has calculated. Sorry, we did not stop it. M64 is wrong. This is wrong, sorry. Same. This is target field and here one. Let us solve it. It is taking time, it is solving. We have coming to nearest one, we have come to nearest one. Is not, the target is not exactly 0, therefore we got an error, and this approximation is, the nearest approximation is 8.03. Let us see what is the calculated value. The calculated value is 62,500 per year, or that is 5,200 rupees per month, and the percentage wise it is 8.77% of the total earnings. The addition to NPS, PPS, etc. pay of savings, we require 62,500 or 8.77% of the total earnings. Now, let us go to where we have stopped. Let us go to our presentation. Summary. In our month calculation, we had the following assumptions: inference, essential expenses projected prorated is 35,000 rupees per month. Other expenses towards children is 15,000 rupees per month. In first case, saving worked out to be 9,040 approximately. This saving percentage was 16.18% total earnings. The corpus at the beginning of retirement is 4.63 crore. The maturity benefit after 25 years of retirement of pension. That is, in addition to the pension, we had a retirement benefit, maturity benefit of 20.66 crore. In second case, the savings worked out to be 9,100 approximately. This savings percentage worked out to be 15.28% of total earnings. The corpus at the beginning of retirement was 4.32 crore against 4.63 in the previous case. This is because of the reduced inflation percentage. The maturity benefit after 25 years of pensions, that is, after withdrawing pensions for 25 years from age 60 to 85, the figure is 17.04 crore. The maturity benefit is 17.04 crore, 17 crore 4 lakhs. For persons who are employed in organized sectors, there is saving of 12% plus 12% of basic plus DA as employee contribution and equivalent employer contribution to their PF, PPF or NPS scheme, which gets return of around 8.25%. Even for them, apart from this 24% PF savings, additional saving is required at 5,300 rupees per month or 8.87%. Say 9% to 10% of earnings in the 11% category. That is, we should invest in 11% category at least from 8.87% of earnings in the portfolio management. For this salary group of approximately 60,000 rupees per month earners. Yes. Let us now view the combo factor. That is, view the software of B.N. Venkataraman. That is software myself. You have got the software. The website is bnvenkat.com and the home page is here. You let us go to the combo menu. Here, this is The desired pension level is 35,000 rupees per month at 11% interest rate, 30 years current age to 60 age retirement and 85 years as the expected life or maturity. This auto calculation is on. We have got post retirement off, and let us submit it with this default value of 6% inflation. We come across the saving of 9,651.5533 per month. That is first year investment is 9,651.33, which is the same as what we have calculated. Similarly, in the other case, with 30 years entrant age and 60 years retirement age, expected life up to 85 years with same auto and similar one, but for difference of inflation percentage. Inflation percentage at the age of 65 is 5.75%. Up to 64th year, it is same 6% start with. At the age of 70, it is 0.25% less further, it is 5.50%. At the age of 75, it is 5.25%. At the age of 80 to 85, it is 5%. That is, we are changing the inflation and let us submit it. This works out to be 9,015.92, the exact figure what you have seen in our retirement calculation. This is same as 9,015.92 start with. Similarly, in the monthly case also, in the first set also, it is 9,651.33, and in combo also we come across the same figure. In our calculation also got the same figure. Let us now go to. Okay. Let us continue the session continue the discussion in the next session. Thanks for watching. B. N. Venkataraman. Let me close it.